Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my weekly check-in for the 4th week of February. So for the 4th week, I'm going to be checking in from February 22nd through February 28th. So let's get started with the check-in. So starting off with February 22nd, I spent $29 out of my groceries envelope at Trader Joe's. $29 out of groceries. And then that same day, I spent $12 out of my spending envelope at Crumble to get some cookies. So that was $12 out of spending. Next, on the 22nd, I also spent $49 on sushi. And that came out of my miscellaneous envelope. So $49 for sushi. Okay. Next, for the 23rd, I spent $19 out of restaurants at McDonald's. So that was $19 on the 23rd. Okay, and then on the 24th, I spent $24 out of my groceries envelope at Safeway. So that was 24 out of groceries, and that was on the 24th. Okay, and then on the 24th, I also spent $20 out of my fun envelope on some pre-workout. That was $20, and that was on the 24th. And then on the 25th, I spent $12 out of my spending envelope at Safeway, and that was on the 25th. Okay, and then on the 25th, I also spent $29 out of my fun envelope at Chick-fil-A. So that was the 25th. And then on the 26th, I had a no spend day. Okay, so no spend for the 26th. Then on the 27th, I spent $44 on some beef jerky. So I got very influenced by TikTok, and I ended up spending $44 because the shipping was kind of high. So I ended up buying 2 different types of beef jerky to like not pay for shipping. But yeah, I spent $44 on some beef jerky, and I took out $35 out of my fun envelope, and then I took the rest, which was $9 out of my gas envelope, to make that a total of $44. And then that was it for the 27th. And then on the 28th, I spent $56 out of my gas envelope at Costco for gas. Okay, and then that is all of my spending for the week. So now for the check-in portion. So starting off with gas, I spent a total of, let's see, $56.09. So that should be $65. And then let me just copy these amounts here as well. Okay, so for gas, I spent $65, so I have 0 remaining. Now for groceries, I spent $29 at Trader Joe's, $24 at Safeway, so that is $53. So I spent $53, 3 remaining. Restaurants, I spent $19 at McDonald's. I just realized I missed another sticker, so I spent $6 at Crumble on the 25th for a cookie. So for restaurants, I spent $19 and $6, so that should be $25. Okay, so I spent $25. I should have 4 remaining. Now for spending, I spent $12 at Crumble, $12 at Safeway, so that should be $24. So spent 24 for remaining. Now for miscellaneous, I spent 49, and I believe that's all. So spent 49. I should have 9 remaining. And then for fun, I spent 35, 29, and 20. So that should be $84. I should have 0 remaining and then nothing for unbudgeted. Okay, so that is all for my weekly check-in for the 4th week of February. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching.